Hello everyone, Social Coach Michael Knight here, and today we're going to be talking about the concept of abundance and having an abundance mentality and how to bring abundance into your life, whether that's business options or dating options, whatever you want. Because the opposite of abundance is scarcity, and a scarcity mentality can be one of the most detrimental things in your life that'll prevent you from being successful. Because when you have a scarcity mentality, you're going to be fearful. You fear that every chance might be your last chance or your only chance, and if you blow it and it doesn't work out, there's never going to be another chance again. I'll never get that round of funding for my startup. I'll never get a date with this girl again if I blow it, right? And that pressure and that mentality is going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy and probably ruin your chances of actually having one of those things occur. When you're not afraid to lose, that is when you're going to be completely free to act. Let's use basketball as an example. Let's say you're shooting hoops in the local park, or you're shooting hoops in your driveway. And why are you doing it? You're just doing it for fun, or you're just doing it to practice. And every time you take a shot, is it a high pressure situation? No, you just think, okay, I can always get the rebound, take a shot again. If I miss it completely, then I can also just take another shot. No big deal. There's no pressure on yourself. Now compare that to, it's the final game of the season, it's the championship game, the buzzer's counting down 3, 2, 1, you're at the half line, and you make that shot right at the buzzer. Is that a lot of pressure? Yeah, that would be the opposite type of situation. But most things in life aren't like that situation. They're actually more like the first. And even in the situations where you really are in that championship situation, it's still better to have that mentality and that low pressure feeling like you're at home taking the shot, where you don't feel that it's your only shot and there's a scarcity of any more future opportunities. Often a person is not even aware of all the opportunities that are actually around them. They're blind to them. I have clients all the time come back to me after working together for a few weeks and teaching them social skills and how to read social cues and read different signs. They're like, wow, Michael, I didn't even know all the dating opportunities around me and the people who are interested in me because I just didn't know what to look for. I didn't know how to identify it. I didn't know what I had to do or how I had to communicate to first make the opportunities known and then take advantage of them. When it comes to escaping a scarcity mentality, it can be approached in two different directions. The first direction is needing less, kind of being a little bit more stoic, realizing all the things that you don't need, and obviously by needing it less, you don't feel the scarcity of it as much. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have aspirations and goals. Like if you really want to drive a Lamborghini, there's nothing wrong with having that as an aspiration. But if you just want the Lamborghini not because you actually enjoy driving, not because you love sports cars, but just because you just care about your image and you're hoping to get something back because you're having it, and because of that you're working 2 jobs you hate just to be able to afford it, then maybe that's not something you should want in your life, and you should reevaluate your values and see what are the things you actually want so you can put your time and energy specifically towards them, right? If your goal is to have better relationships in your life, well, that's not going to be done by getting a nicer car. That's going to be done by learning better social skills and spending more time interacting with more people. So by needing less, I mean being more appreciative of the things that you already have, as well as being able to sacrifice the trivial stuff so you can focus on the things that really matter. Like they say in the movie Fight Club, don't let the things you own end up owning you. Another thing is be aware, especially in the social media age, of how much everything is actually an illusion, or it's just theater or a projected lifestyle done for branding purposes. I've met a lot of influencers, professional influencers and whatnot, and the only times I sometimes see them smiling or laughing is when they're on camera. And when they're on camera, it's done just for show. So in their actual life, they're not really enjoying anything at all, ironically, while they're simultaneously projecting this picture of happiness so that you want to join their lifestyle and buy whatever they're selling you. And when it comes to needing less with regards to social interaction or dating, I mean not needing something from the interaction. Going into the interaction and just enjoying it for what it is, enjoying the process, like you're at home shooting hoops in your driveway. You don't need it to go in. You don't need anything back. You're just doing it, and if it does, great. If it doesn't, no problem. There's no pressure in those situations. And that's what you want a person to feel in your interaction. You want to go into a business meeting, or you want to ask a girl on a date with that type of vibe, where the person goes, wow, this guy, he's self-fulfilled. He doesn't seem like he needs anything from me. Maybe this option will work, maybe it won't, but either way, I can sense that he's cool with it. And the really cool thing about this is they're going to perceive you to be in abundance. Even if you're not really, they're going to perceive that, wow, if this guy must have things going on for him because he's not desperate for my attention, he's not desperate for a date, he's not desperate for funding for his startup, He's just enjoying himself, having a normal conversation with me, letting me know about the options, just seeing if I'm interested, very low pressure. And that's going to make you seem like you're in abundance even if you're not already. Now, the second way of moving from having a scarcity mentality to having an abundance mentality as well, actually be in a place of abundance. I know, much more easier said than done, but when you're in a place of abundance where you always feel that there's another opportunity right around the corner and you're actually in abundance, then it's very easy to act because, like the Matthew principle, he who is rich only gets richer. Because you can act with confidence from a place of abundance, you don't feel that pressure, and it feels like when it rains it pours, but in a positive sense. Just more and more things will come into your life, and as you feel more and more abundance, then you can do more and more interactions where you don't feel like there's anything to lose because there's another opportunity again right around the corner. So how can one achieve this? Because people all the time are like, well, Michael, I have nothing going for me in my life. I literally have nothing. How can I even come close to having an abundance mentality? Well, the best answer to this is to try to borrow from your future success. And you do this by finding a process, finding a program, finding the journey you're on, and believing in it enough to know that if you continue down the path, there will be the payoff, and your future self is not in scarcity at all. It's like a doctor going to medical school, taking out tons of debt, being, the opposite of abundance, in tons of debt, but believing in the process enough to know that if they continue down the path, that they're not going to be in scarcity the rest of their life. And now I work with clients at all different levels. I have clients who are surprised that they can even start a conversation and the person might be interested talking to them, to clients who then get to the point of dating multiple people a week. Now, for all these clients, no matter where we start working together, my goal is actually the same. My goal is to show them that the process works, and if they put in the time, they're going to be able to move themselves up to the next level, wherever that is relative to their starting point. They need to believe in the process so that once I'm gone, they'll still continue to go down the path where their life only gets more and more awesome every year that goes by. Now, if you're interested in taking your social skills to the next level, I provide one-on-one coaching, both online as well as in person, and there's an application linked to in the description below. This summer, I'll be doing live coaching in Eastern Europe in some of the most fun cities in the world, and if you would like to join me on one of these programs, just let me know when filling out the application link below. Like always, please remember to like and subscribe. Big shout out and thanks to my Patreon subscribers. Please become one if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, ciao.